This is Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria. For more than a decade, Bulgaria has been going through a difficult process of economic and political reform. In a country with 20% unemployment, a real economic takeoff remains the main challenge. ABCnet is an example of a small, thriving firm constantly employing new staff. The dynamic world of computer networking constantly requires a new skilled workforce. This successful company looks to some like a small military HQ. It employs as many as 6 former top brass officers. The owner of ABCnet explains why he likes to hire former military people. They have qualities such as responsibility, decision-making. They take responsibility for their decisions. Last but not least, they're disciplined after years of military training. When Bulgaria decided in the recent past to cut down the number of its military personnel, many officers faced unemployment and had to find a new job, which is why these colonels and majors found themselves in ABCnet. I must admit that I was scared by the new situation. Maybe it wasn't fear, but when I started it was all uncertain for me, working in a private company.
Но все пак човек като почва, това беше нещо неизвестно за мен. Все пак да работя в частна фирма.
The ones who've been in service for just 2 or 3 years couldn't identify themselves with the army. But when you're there for 10, 15 or 20 years, you change. You think differently and it's hard to get out.
Докато 10, 12, 15, 20 години човек вече започва да променя съзнанието си, променя мисленето си и трудно се излиза от това нещо.
Their story illustrates only a part of the ongoing reform process in Bulgaria, a challenge faced by all the countries of Southeast Europe. When Bulgaria becomes a member of NATO next year, its army will be reduced by 2/3, compared to its size from just several years ago. The experiences here and in neighbouring Romania will be used as a model for reforming the armed forces in the other countries of the region. Huge armies can't be justified on security or economic grounds anymore. They're simply too expensive. But for Colonel Nikolai Nikolov, the years spent in the army were the best of his life. For 20 years he served across Bulgaria. Today all that remains are pictures as souvenirs and a uniform which he rarely takes out of the closet. I'm not sorry for not wearing a uniform anymore. I'm happy for the ones who stayed. I hope that the reforms will achieve something concrete so that they can continue to serve and do what they were trained for. In order to find a new job, Nikolai decided to attend retraining courses. Thousands of redundant officers are too serious a problem for the state to just leave them on their own. With the financial and professional assistance of many international organizations, the government provided help to officers looking for a new job. The American University in Blagoevgrad launched specialized courses in skills that were deemed to be necessary to find new employment.
We give them 6 months courses in 3 major areas: English language, Cisco Networking Academy, and business plan writing. And until last year, we also offered them opportunity for 2 or 3 months of internship or stage at the end of their training with different companies.
Army reduction opens the question of what to do with soldiers, but also what to do with military barracks and bases. Hundreds of military bases are currently closed, just like this one in Simitli in southeastern Bulgaria. It's a serious problem because all the economic activities in small towns like this one were dependent on the military base. The conversion of military bases into something that will bring profit and jobs is a difficult task, impossible without assistance from the international community. It was the Stability Pact which got the ball rolling. It brought the partners together. convincing banks and financial institutions to invest in the conversion of military bases.
We try to match the needs of the countries in the region with the available financial resources. In the case of military retraining and base conversion, our main partners are the World Bank and with NATO. NATO has a lot of technical expertise. The World Bank has a lot of financial expertise. And so we have brought these two partners together with the countries in the region, and that's how basically we operate.
For the mayor of Simitli, where unemployment tops 30%, the transformation of the military base is crucial. We have agreements with several businessmen for the development of the base. One of them currently works on processing and recycling of old plastic. He wants to transform this place into a factory with 100 workers.
И рециклиране на стари пластмаси, искаше едно помещение за един цех или една фабрика с около 100 работници.
Persuading business people and investors to invest their money into abandoned barracks was not an easy job. It still needs the assistance of NATO, the EU and the Stability Pact. Efrem Radev, himself a former high-ranking officer, has launched an association of municipalities that want to transform military barracks on their territory.
NATO experts, and especially the Stability Pact experts, and I want to underline this, that it was the Stability Pact experts, first of all, that contacted different financial institutions like the European Bank of Investment, like the European Council Bank and other financial institutions in Europe, and urged them to consider the possibility of securing the necessary funds and credit lines for the base conversion process in Bulgaria, in Romania, and in other countries which are in contact with NATO on these issues.
After several years of radical reform, the Defence Ministry is aware that some hard tasks are still to be tackled. What is maybe the hardest task is to get rid of excessive weaponry and ammunition. We have plenty of it in the Balkans, and this process requires complex technology that we don't have, and huge spending which we can't afford. Getting rid of excess weaponry and ammunition is yet another condition of stability and security in the region. Bulgaria has gone a long way down the road to reform. Downsizing the military was never going to be easy. But now the Bulgarian experience can serve as a model for other countries in the region to plan their way ahead for the future.